Hi, and thank you for joining us on CTV News on our edition of the talk show Colorado Inns. Today I've got some special guests with us. We have Bryan Maltais and Francie Glycenfer. Will you tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing with the TriMedia Film Festival that is coming up?
Okay. Well, the TriMedia Film Festival is coming up September 7th through 9th. It is at the Lincoln Center Performance Hall, the Bob Blue Theater, and also at the Laurie Student Center Theater. We're excited. We're in our 7th year. We are called the TriMedia Film Festival because we feature film, TV, and theater. So we've got a lot of really neat things happening. We have people coming from, all over the country, and then we have our local filmmakers too that are a part of the film festival experience.
Francie, you are the executive
director.
Director.
Yes.
Okay. So what does that entail for you?
Just about everything, it seems like.
Yeah.
I get to, I'm the lucky person that gets to monitor the finances. I love dealing with the sponsors. I am actually in charge of the film programming, so I'm the one who runs the screening and gets the committee together to look at all the films and to do things like that. Okay. So I work pretty much a lot behind the scenes on that.
Great. And as you said, we've got our local kind of star here. And Bryan Maltais, you have a documentary film from here in Fort Collins. It was filmed here.
Correct.
And it is called, will you tell us what it's called?
It's called Metamorphosis: Tale of a Wetland.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So I'm a local documentary film producer. I was lucky enough to make it into the TriMedia Film Festival. And Metamorphosis: Tale of a Wetland is the story of a wetland that I filmed over the course of a year. Okay. So it's an unlikely wetland. It's actually a quarry that nature has begun to take over. And there's a lot of unlikely natural events and animals that have started to colonate the wetland. Okay. And I filmed it from winter thaw through the spring breeding time, summer, and then back into the winter. Okay. And I did a lot of underwater filming. So the creatures that live underwater, you can see firsthand. Okay. There's birds of prey, there's salamanders, there's all sorts of animals. But it culminates in talking about some of the issues that these animals face while living with man. Okay. Okay. And can you give us a little bit more in your thought process of what made you want to do this? And you've been doing it for a long time. It's a big commitment, so it's not just something you did for fun. No, this was really impromptu. It's kind of interesting how it came to be. So I've produced a number of nature documentaries besides this. Okay. And I was looking for my next project, and I had no idea what I was going to do. And when I drive around, I always look for potential subjects and kind of good ecosystems. And I just saw these water-filled dirt pits at a quarry, and I said, I wonder what lives in there. So I pulled over and looked in there, and I got to be honest, I was really surprised with what I saw, and I don't want to ruin it because that is kind of one of the things that I build suspense about in the film. I was really surprised to see what lived in there, so I began filming it. Okay. And the more I filmed, the more things happened that I caught on tape. Absolutely. So it turned into what was supposed to be this more or less just 10-minute short to this 36-minute, much longer documentary that kind of, there ended up being suspense. Some of the animals, so many things happened to those animals throughout the course of the year that they more or less became characters that you got to know. Yeah. And it just turned into more than I planned. Okay. That's exciting. It sounds like there's a good reason to go and see what happens with those animals. Yeah. I like that. And Francie, we were talking a little bit before about the selection process in this. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Yeah, well, we are a national level film festival, and we get submissions from all over the world, and we get quite a few of them. And we maybe accept at most about 20% of our submissions. So the fact that Bryan, as a local filmmaker, was able to get in. I mean, really, any of our filmmakers getting in, that's quite a compliment to them and to what they do. And, we were excited to see such good quality coming with local filmmaking. So that was really a good thing. I know that our programming committee was excited to see that. And I think that there is some great local filmmaking in the Northern Colorado region that does go on. And we're delighted to be able to feature that in the festival alongside with international
films from all over the world. So we really get the whole scope at the festival.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And can you give us a brief rundown of it's going on through the weekend, and like we said, it's we've got a lot of different medias going on.
Yeah, we do.
So can you quick for our viewers, what are they gonna see if they go?
Okay, if you go to opening night on Friday night, you're going to be seeing the movie The Citizen, which stars Agnes Bruckner, Carrie Elways, William Atherton, some big name stars, and we actually have Carrie Elways coming to the festival. He'll be there. He's very charming, very fun. He'll be doing, he's receiving our Trailblazer Award that we give, and he'll be doing a Q&A, so that's a really fun thing to come to. And then on Saturday at the Laurie Student Center Theater, we have the student film, emerging student film section. We have comedy shorts. We even have Wild Side shorts that are at 10 p.m. that definitely are wild if you're into that. And then we also are featuring, featuring Red Dog, which is the film that was a top blockbuster hit film in Australia. So we're really excited to be able to show that. And then this year too, we're also featuring, we have a military salute section, because we got a lot of good documentaries that related to the military. And then we also are starting live music cinema, which is where we show music videos, and then we have some live music happening, and that's with Stella Luce, which is a local band. So we have some great new things happening that we're excited about.
Could you give me a hand, please?
Oh, look, Simon Watson, I lovely.
You don't look like the future.
Oh, what do we look like?
The past?
Well, that's what happens, isn't it?
Okay.
What do you think? You get younger?
Look, I don't know who you are, but
the future.
But if you don't leave,
Hey, come on.
No, I'm going to call security.
Security?
What security?
Yeah, we're not armed.
He was always hysterical.
And Bryan, as somebody who will be attending the film festival and a filmmaker, what are you most excited for?
You know, I want to see what other people in my genre have done. I mean, my background is more so as a biologist than as a filmmaker, so I don't get to rub elbows with other filmmakers that often.
Yeah. So get to see kind of what other people have.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, and then what about for our CSU students? You know, we have a lot of students that are involved in filmmaking and musicians, and I mean all of these things. Is there any ways that they can decide to get involved with this, or you know, they see this in next year, or how does that happen?
Well, they can get involved even next year by submitting films, because we do have this emerging talent student film. We also have emerging talent student theater. So we have this whole theater track as well too that they may be interested in. But I think another way is by volunteering for the festival, and you can just go to TriMediaFestival.org and fill in a volunteer form, because we are signing people up now to volunteer, and they all really seem to have a good time. It's know, it's fun to see all the energy, all the people, all the interactions. I think our audiences really love to meet filmmakers and to see all the people who are involved. So it's a fun time to volunteer and to be involved.
Absolutely. And then Bryan, what was that? We talked about it a little bit, but that process for you, I mean, you've been filming for a year. Did you know that you wanted to submit this into the festival, or how did that come about?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
When I filmed it, I began filming just out of pure fascination with the subject that I was filming. I mean, I literally couldn't believe that I was witnessing some of the things that I saw, and I had to get it on film. And while I was doing it, it was simply, when it's done, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Hopefully I find some good use. The other ones that I filmed, the other documentaries, they've ended up with conservation organizations, different websites, and I didn't know where this was going to end up, but I'm very happy that it ended up in TriMedia.
Great. Very exciting. Is there any other general comments that you would want to tell? Specifically, like I said, our viewers are a lot of students or local people in Fort Collins. It's just a fun event. What else did you want to let them know about the event that would bring them?
Well, I think we should let them know when Bryan's film is showing.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
showing Sunday, September 9th at 1 o'clock
Okay.
at the Lincoln Center Magnolia Theater.
Absolutely.
So I think you would enjoy. There's 2 other documentaries that are being shown at that time at Centennial State House, which comes from Denver, and then The Perfect Fit, which is an international documentary. So you get a nice flavor, I think,
Absolutely.
for that particular section.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll get to know you better than you know you, huh?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I hope so.
go.
And will you be there answering questions for press or anything after that, or will you be around?
I will.
Okay.
We do Q&A blocks after each one of our film showings, so there's always a half an hour for audiences to interact, because that's one of the fun things about, I think, coming to a film festival is that you get to talk to the people afterwards. And we always
Absolutely.
do that, even if we don't have any of the filmmakers there, because audiences, at least our audiences, seem to love to talk about the film, and we have a moderator there that helps moderate everything. So we, there's a lot of fun interaction, I think, that goes on.
Absolutely.
We get to learn a lot about the film and see a lot of things happening.
And this is the 7th annual
Yes.
film festival.
Amazing as that seems to me some days.
Absolutely.
We are in our 7th year.
That's
So,
exciting.
yeah. we
Is there
are.
anything specific about this year that you're excited about that you haven't done in years past, or just kind of the growth of the festival? How is that kind of?
Well, I think there are a number of things that are new, and I was telling Bryan, we always say, okay, this is a lot of work. We all get paid a little something, but it's primarily volunteer, all of us who work on it. And we always say, we're just going to keep it the same, but we never can quite do that. We always want to do new things, and I think adding the music segment into it is something that's new, and I think that's really fun to have a live band coming in and playing.
Absolutely.
And then I think the other thing that's very exciting about the festival is that we, even during the time of an economic recession, this festival continues to grow. We grew 17% in 2011, so we're just continuing to grow, and we're already selling tickets on the website and doing that. So things are really starting to happen.
And what is the website?
It is TriMediaFestival.org. So it's TriMedia Festival.org.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Well, I wish that we could talk about this longer. I mean, we could go on for hours about it, but
Yeah.
we also don't want to give away too many secrets. So
That's true.
You guys can check it out on the website, TriMediaFestival.org. That's correct?
That
Okay.
is.
And thank you for watching this part of the Coloradoans, Bryan Maltais and Francie Glycenfer.
Good.
That's right.
That's
To see
good,
these
thank
folks,
you.
please come to the festival. It is September 7th through the 9th. I'm Sophie Vukovic. Thanks for watching.